Spain has just conceded 1 goal from open play all tournament, allowing just 1 header from the Ketelaar. France is unleashing the most terrifying fluid attack in world football. It's the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object with a spot in the World Cup final on the line. Grab a brew, settle in. This is the ultimate tactical war. Welcome back to another episode of Foot in Review World Cup Daily. It is episode 43 already. My name is John. I'll be your host today, and I'm not alone. I am joined by the master of bets. It's none other than James Toland. Welcome back, James.
Hello, John. Good to be here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to our listeners as well.
Yeah, the time difference is getting nuts. Like, it's summer, but I've hardly seen the sun.
Oh, I get that feeling.
But I will get there. 1 more week of making shows, and we're finally allowed to go back out in the sun. I probably feel like a vampire going out though, James, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So how have you been in the last week or so?
Yeah, good, John. I've been watching the football. It's been good. Last night was weird, not having football, I must admit. It's been a good tournament. It really set off in the knockout stages. England game was good. So, yeah, looking forward to the match tonight. How about yourself?
Well, that's it. Yesterday was a little bit weird indeed. I went to bed at 9:30 or something. Like, yeah, I'm done. It's toast. We'll see. It's like I suddenly had an evening where I didn't have much to do.
Mm-hmm.
We are a busy day. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to take this moment. I'm just going to take a break. You're just going to go to bed early and see what's all about. And let's try again tomorrow. And that day has arrived today because we are on the verge of the match of the tournament probably. It is France versus Spain. So in this episode, we'll be discussing that match ahead. Then tonight, we'll have the France versus Spain match. And when we have the podcast tomorrow, we'll do 2 things. We'll take a dive into the match that has been played. And of course, we look forward to England versus Argentina as well. That could mean today a little bit of a slower show. And also, since there's no football, I would no idea what do we call a bottler, the baller, or the drama, James. So I think it's just, we'll see how this goes. Talking about the Spain versus France match, or France versus Spain, I should actually say. We've spoken about this a lot in the past week or so. This is the match of the tournament. What do you think, James?
Oh, it's a mouth-watering tie, for sure, John. France have been absolutely fantastic, Spain as well. I've always, at the start of the tournament, I backed Portugal, but in the back of my mind, it was always going to be France for me as well. But sneakily, just yesterday, John, I was just thinking about it more in depth. Could Spain make a surprise upset right now, tonight?
Yeah, would it be an upset? Let's start with that, because the last 2 times France played Spain, France lost as well, or Spain won, to be fair. And one of them was a stunning, brilliant 5-4 scoring match. So it can be, we can expect fireworks perhaps. Now, Olivier Deschamps said this morning on his press conference, I think Spain is favorite. I know they're trying to run away from that, but they are favorite. Yamal says it's not going to be a contest. We'll be there. We'll be the one that beat them. I think Nico Williams said if there's one team that beats France, it's us. So Spain is definitely confident, and so I wouldn't call it an offset necessarily. And I looked at the bets, not that I'm a betting man, but I look at the bets to see the odds. It's 1.2 versus 1.3 or something. It's like there's a little in between there as well, James.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of an upset, of course, it wouldn't be if Spain do beat them, but just right now with the World Cup and all the new fans, and of course in America, it'd probably be an upset to them that they don't really know that much about football at this present moment in time. But also as well, the last game, like you said, 5-4 was an epic contest, but also as well, the last semi-final that both of these teams were in, it was Spain versus France, and Spain won 2-1. And interestingly enough, I believe it's the exact same 2 managers as well. Yes. And also I believe Yamal was playing, Mbappé was playing. Olise actually played, and I believe he gets subbed off, I think, in the second half. So he didn't really have a good game. But of course, that was a few years ago now. So Olise is a different kind of animal, so to speak. But the more and more I think about it, John, yeah, of course, France, the front 4 is absolutely electric, absolutely fantastic. But could Spain actually do this? You know, Spain have got their ranked number one as well. Also as well, I think what a crazy stat it was. It was only their second time reaching a World Cup semi-final. The last time they'd done that, they won it, I'm sure. So that's a crazy stat.
Definitely.
So, yeah, definitely. So, I don't know. These two teams have played before. The only really changes you could see is maybe Digne for left back, the Aston Villa man that's going to PSG. Porro was still right back that day. So, really, it's very, very similar teams. And I'm thinking to myself, if this was like a Champions League match and it was the two clubs, a lot of people would say, you know, Spain's going to win this game, no problem.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing, right? I thought maybe temperatures would make a difference, but they're also playing in a air conditioning stadium once again, which is a good thing, by the way, for these tournaments. I think I can see two scenarios happening, and I want you to answer which you expect to happen. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do we see France leaning back, making sure Spain can just have the ball like they wanted, and once Spain misses a pass, like they did a lot at Belgium, for example, they'll send Mbappé and his friends for a run-up to go on the counter? Or like the Deschamps 1.0 style, where they go all defensive? Or do you see France pressing high like they did before in this tournament as well, getting the ball up really early and see to forcing goals against this Spain? Which do you think is going to be France's plan of attack? The thing is, I said France plan of attack because Spain does not have like a plan B, to be fair. They don't have a big striker to go through. They're not very lenient on counters. Their play is to control play, period.
I think counter for France. I think they'll sit back and they'll wait and then they'll release Mbappé. Porro would go forward more than Cucurella. And I feel there might be a space there, but they might change it. Cucurella might be the furthest forward. Some matches Cucurella is the furthest forward left back, just really depends. But I feel France if they let Spain control it, I feel they would be very, very dangerous on the counter-attack. I would say they're best in the tournament for the counter-attack. Also as well, Spain, for the transitions, John, I don't think they would be that good if they played Bina, for example. He's had a good tournament, but I feel if Spain were looking into the attacking transitions in the counter and trying to nullify France, I would play Nico Williams and play him up against Porro.
I think that's going to happen. It's going to be Williams and Yamal tonight. I'm pretty sure.
Do you think so?
The thing is, yeah, because that is the only way you can get out of this. But the thing is, can Nico Williams already play him full match? And the interesting thing is, will he start then, or will he be subbed on later on to make a difference in the end? No clue yet. There's a lot of tactical hooks to look into this match, I reckon. But I do agree. I think France will stay very neutral, very much lean back at the start, lean on some counters, give Spain the ball, because they were sloppy against Belgium, to be fair. And although we hope for that 5-4 match to be sort of coming back, I don't think this is what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a very still tactical first half, or at least first quarter. Let's put it like that.
God.
And then once there's a goal scored, we'll see things change around probably.
I agree, John. Definitely.
All right. So, you sure it's going to be Spain or it's going to be France?
You got to put my neck.
You got to call it.
I'm going to put my neck here, and I'm going to say, since I've got the Barcelona top on this morning as well, I'm going to go.
Well, then I'm going to go France. But there's something in the air, mate. I don't know. Maybe it's the Deschamps making Spain the favorite. Maybe it's the absolute confidence of the Spain players, which sort of tipping the scales for me as well. They were closer to the Mad Cat. This feels like one of those derby days we have in club football, right? Where you're like at the start of the week, confident. We're finally playing. For example, Celtics playing Rangers, and it's going to be an easy match for you guys. Then it gets Friday, and you see some press conferences, hear some players talk like, maybe it's getting a little bit closer than they thought. And then before the match starts, like, I lost all faith. Please, God, help us here, because it's going to end up horribly. This is how this week's been going when I think of this match. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do all I can to just enjoy this match. I might just put my phone away, send everyone out the house, and just do some analytics. James, we know you are a betting man in a good way, in a sensible way, luckily. Also, I wouldn't mention it. But I quite like the way you place your bets. You're not going to say, oh, there's going to win, but you place bets on moments that happens. And some of these moments that could happen also indicate how this match could turn around. And I quite like seeing you. You send me sometimes the message like, these are the bets I placed. 5 shots from target from this player, etc., something like that. I quite like looking and see if those things get ticked off as well. What are things we should look out for tonight that, well, help you, of course, but you also think it could actually happen?
I've got 3 selections, John, that I think could happen, really, to be honest with you. First, I'll go with the 2 obvious ones, Yamal and Mbappé. Are they going to get a shot on target? Yes, definitely. However, a wee twist to it, a shot on target outside the box. Mbappé, to be brutally honest with you, now, I don't know if a lot of people realise, he shoots a lot. He goes, it's maybe 5-6 shots a game, but he likes to shoot outside the box as well. And as soon as that wee angle's open for him in the outside left channel, he always goes for it. So I feel that would be an excellent shout for tonight for both Yamal and Mbappé. Just 1 shot on target outside the box. And interestingly enough, Mbappé got 1 shot on target outside the box against Morocco, and Yamal actually get 2 shots on target outside the box against Belgium. And also, to add something else, which I've been noticing, when France, I feel that France and Spain are going to concede corners, maybe 1 or 2 or however many it might be. But France have got a really, really solid weapon in Upamecano, and I believe he could get a shot on target, but not just a shot on target, John, the method, a headed shot on target. I believe he got one the last round as well, and I believe these are a couple of attempts over the tournament. So I think that's a solid option to go for. So Yamal, 1 shot on target outside the box. Mbappé, 1 shot on target outside the box. And Upamecano, 1 shot on target headed. I think that's a solid angle to go for, and that's certainly I'll be doing that tonight.
I'll take my notes with me to see if that happens, mate.
I could be wrong, but you know.
No, what I like about it is, like, I don't like gambling too much, or hardly gamble, to be fair, but I like these angles of looking at a match to see if these things happen. So that's why I want, like, I'll take my notes and I'll write them down for you. I got something interesting to take a look at, which I've not heard anyone talk about yet.
Go for it.
It's all about shoes. Yes, shoes. So, last match, I had a chat with one of the commentators that France played, and he was sitting on the 4th ring of the stadium. Now, not many stadiums have 4 rings, and if you have to commentate from that angle, it's actually pretty hard to recognize players, right? So he says, what I do is I watch the players' shoes. So, for example, like Dembélé and Mbappé, Dembélé has pink shoes, Mbappé doesn't have pink shoes. So, okay, the one with the pink shoes from this distance is Dembélé. Now, here's an interesting fact, which I checked back, and it kept happening, and I wouldn't place a bet on it because it's probably not able to do so. But check out Dembéle's shoes tonight. Because what he's done so far is in halftime, he switched his shoes colors. He went to yellow shoes. Yes, he went from pink to yellow shoes in the second half.
All right, okay.
So, talking about details, I want to see what color of the shoes from Dembélé are when they start and when the second half starts, if he's still wearing the same shoes. And if you look at training images and stuff, he keeps wearing different shoes. I thought footballers were like very much attached to their shoes, but apparently he just switches them around whenever the sun starts turning around. I don't know what happens here. And nobody can ask him about it. Nobody asks him, well, what's happening here? Why do you keep changing your shoes? Those are things like those little backstories I like in World Cup football, which I really want to answer on.
Fair enough. Well, certainly the listeners have got two interesting angles about the shots and the colour of boots tonight.
I'll tell you another angle, though, because we normally do the drama, the bottler, and the baller of the day. But there was no match, so we can't say which is. But we are previewing the match. So I want to know, James, if you think about baller, who's going to be the baller of tonight, you reckon? Tomorrow, you're recording tomorrow with Shaq, so you can come back to this question.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go for, well, since I'm going for Spain, it needs to be a Spanish player, doesn't it? So I'm going to go for Yamal would be the easiest option, obviously. So I'm
so?
going
He
to.
hasn't done anything in this tournament yet, though.
So I'm going to go Oyarzabal.
Yeah, that's what I would say as well. If you go for someone, Spain Oyarzabal is probably the one to call for the ball of the day. So he will have a tremendous impact in a positive way on the match. But who's going to have a tremendous negative impact on the match? Who's going to be the bottler, James?
The bottler, sadly, is going to be Olise. I think he's going to have a repeat performance against the Spanish from the semi-final or the Nations League game. I think so.
Oh, that's the daring ask, though. Is he going to be a bottler because he messes up or can take a red card or something? What do you reckon?
I don't feel he'll get in with the game at all. I think he'll be a passenger, John.
All right. That's some hot take. And what's going to be the drama, James?
The drama will probably be... There wasn't any red cards the last game, so there hasn't been a lot of cards in this tournament, to be honest. The referees have been extremely lenient. The drama. I'm going to go an easy one, John. Yeah.
Would be my call as well, to be fair.
Okay, I'll go for a call then. For a penalty, not given.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mine wouldn't be much same. You said the ball is going to be, I'm going to say, but the ball is going to be Mbappé. He's going to show the world what he does when he gets angry. You said the bottler is going to be Olise. I'm going to say the bottler is going to be Yamal. He's just going to miss like a penalty or he's going to miss a sitter. Probably not see him, I'm afraid. He's not been informed so far either. And the drama, you said, is a VAR call for a penalty. I call a VAR call for a goal that gets declined by it.
Okay, fair enough.
You got to take my spots tomorrow, though, because I can't comment it here live on tomorrow. But yeah, let's see tomorrow. Talk about Let's Seeing. If you want to see this show, you can see that on YouTube, youtube.com/FootReview. But you can also see this on Spotify, of course. You can listen to it and see it on Spotify from all sides. You can go to footandreview.com to watch and listen back to all the episodes as well. No more Vietnamese fans, James, unfortunately, lately. That's probably because Graham hasn't been here for 3 days. So also the Argentina fandom on my DMs have been slowing down lately. So maybe got to wait till tomorrow before I say something bad about Argentina again and see how that goes. But in all seriousness, I want to thank everyone listening and watching this podcast for the last 43 days plus now, for supporting us, for watching, giving us a thumbs up, giving us a 5-star review, buying us a cup of coffee, because God knows we need some coffee by now. And it's very much appreciated. We do this with the team, but for you. So we appreciate you. Doug, with appreciation. James, thank you so much for being here, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.